Hey everyone, Normal Guy of the North here. Welcome back to the channel. Today I want to talk about something that's been bugging me for a while, and I think a lot of you will relate to this. It feels like more and more people in World of Warships aren't playing to win anymore. They're playing for the event missions. You know what I mean? You see a destroyer rush straight into a cap, dump all their torpedoes, get spotted, die in the first 2 minutes, and you're left thinking, why did they do that? Well, it turns out they needed 3 torpedo hits to finish their daily mission. And once they got them, they were done. So today we're going to break this down. Why this is happening, how these event missions are warping gameplay across every mode, and what wargaming could do to fix it. Because believe me, there are ways to fix it without removing events or rewards. At its heart, World of Warships was built around simple, satisfying objectives: capture the base, defend it, sink the enemy fleet, win the battle. That's it. That's what makes the game fun. It's about teamwork, positioning, timing, and reading the flow of the match. But somewhere along the way, the game shifted. Now almost every patch comes with an event: Liberty Harbor, Navy 250, the Anniversary, Dockyards, you name it. And each of those events comes with missions. Missions that say things like get 60 incapacitations, score 25 torpedo hits, deal 250,000 damage, destroy 20 planes. Sounds harmless, right? But here's the problem. Those missions are individual performance tasks, not team objectives. They have nothing to do with actually winning the match. And because we're all wired to chase progress bars, we want those rewards, we want that free premium ship, players naturally start focusing on the mission, not the match. The result? You end up with destroyers that suicide rush for torpedo hits, battleships that stay in the back farming HE damage instead of pushing, and carriers that tunnel vision on plane kills instead of spotting. Even in co-op or operations, you'll see people ignoring the main objective just to pad a stat for an event. It's not malicious, or it's just the way the system pushes behavior. And the worse matchmaking gets, the more obvious this becomes. When teams are already unbalanced, losing even one player to mission chasing can flip the entire outcome of a game. Let's be honest here. Players aren't doing anything wrong. They're doing exactly what the game tells them to do. If wargaming says earn 300 ribbons for the Liberty Harbor event, then that's what players will try to do. If the fastest way to do that is to rush in, fire everything, die, and move on to the next battle, that's exactly what many will do, because right now the event structure rewards selfish play. And you can feel the ripple effect. When one player dies early chasing an event task, everyone else pays the price. If 2 or 3 people do it, the game's already lost. It becomes a 7 versus 12 before the match even gets going. Then you have the opposite problem. People who've already finished their tasks stop caring. They've got their 60 torp hits or their 10 kills, so now they're just along for the ride, maybe even AFK farming XP. The entire spirit of World of Warships, teamwork, coordination, tactical awareness, gets replaced with checkbox grinding, and that's not healthy for the game long term. Compare this to how operations or asymmetric battles feel. In those modes, players work together. Everyone knows the objectives: protect the transports, defend the base, kill the enemy boss ship. When you win those, it's satisfying because the team succeeded. But in randoms or ranked during event weeks, that teamwork vanishes. It's every man for himself because progress depends on personal performance, not team success. And that's why event design matters so much. Now, not every event is bad. Let's look at a recent good example, the GQ Johnny event. That one was beautifully simple. Just play 5 games a day. Any ship, any mode, and you got rewarded. Keep it up over time and you earned a free high-tier destroyer. No crazy mission lists, no get 200 secondary hits. Nonsense. No being forced into a class you hate. It was elegant because it encouraged consistent participation, not stat farming. You could play what you enjoyed, maybe co-op, maybe randoms, maybe submarines, and still make progress. The community reaction to that event was overwhelmingly positive because it respected the player's time and play style. You didn't need to change how you played, you just needed to play. That's the model wargaming should be aiming for, something that rewards activity and engagement, not reckless behavior. The GQ Johnny event proved they can do it. Now they just need to apply that philosophy everywhere else. Let's talk about something else that's causing a lot of frustration: being forced to play ship types you don't like or aren't good with. I've lost count of how many times an event has said something like, deal 200,000 damage in battleships. Some players have never done that. Get 40 torpedo hits in a submarine. Some players don't even own a sub, let alone how to play one. Sink so many ships with aircraft. Well, what if you're a cruiser main? What if you're terrible in carriers? What if you just hate playing destroyers? Too bad, the event doesn't care. If you want the reward, you have to jump into something you're not comfortable with and hope for the best. And what happens next is predictable. The player struggles, dies early, gets frustrated, and maybe logs off. The event that was supposed to be fun now feels like a chore. It's especially bad for new players who don't yet understand mechanics like concealment, torpedo arcs, or dive capacity on subs. They're forced into classes they haven't learned, and the result is just miserable gameplay for everyone involved, both for them and for the teammates relying on them. I've even seen matches where 3 or 4 players are clearly grinding the same event task, all in the wrong ships, all playing recklessly. Nobody's coordinating, nobody's spotting, nobody's defending caps. It's chaos. And again, it's not the player's fault, it's the design of the missions that create this behavior. When you make tasks class-specific or stat-specific, you're essentially telling people, don't play how you enjoy, play how we tell you. That's not good design. Good design lets people succeed through their preferred playstyle. So how do we fix this? How can wargaming keep the excitement of events without wrecking gameplay in the process? Here are a few solutions that, in my opinion, would make a world of difference, and they should apply across every mode, not just randoms. 1. Objective-based rewards. Instead of rewarding ribbons or raw damage, reward the actual objectives of the match. Captures, defense ribbons, spotting, tanking potential damage, team wins. If players know their progress comes from doing what helps the team, they'll naturally play better, in co-op, operations, randoms, or even ranked. This works across the board because objectives exist in every mode. 2. Cumulative progress missions use missions that say, earn X base XP or play Y battles. These kinds of missions let people make progress no matter what ship or class they prefer. It encourages consistent play, not reckless farming. You're not punished for a bad game, and you don't have to throw your ship away to get credit. 3rd class neutral tasks. Avoid locking missions behind ship types. Instead of get 30 torpedo hits, make it deal damage to enemy ships. Instead of sink 3 ships with battleships, just say destroy enemy ships. This keeps the event fair for everyone, whether you're a destroyer main, a cruiser player, or someone who just enjoys co-op. 4. Daily consistency bonus. Bring back the GQ Johnny approach. Reward consistent play, not performance spikes. For example, play 5 battles per day in any mode. You could even scale rewards slightly for difficulty, but the key idea is participation, not farming. This design fits every mode, operations, co-op, randoms, ranked, because it respects time investment equally. 5. Event diversity. Mix up the mission types so there's something for everyone. A blend of win 5 battles, earn base XP, earn credits, spot ships, complete operations. This way, players can progress however they prefer to play. No one's forced into a ship they dislike, and no one feels left out. 6. Transparency and clarity. Wargaming should clearly explain which tasks encourage team objectives. For example, capturing bases and spotting for your team contribute to event progress. This little reminder in the mission description could nudge players back towards cooperative gameplay instead of selfish farming. 7. Community feedback loops. Before launching major events, test different mission formats on the public test server. Let the community vote or comment on which event types feel fair and fun. If players feel heard, they'll engage more, and the events themselves will evolve naturally. Each of these changes would improve the player experience across all game modes, because some of us love randoms. Some only play co-op or operations, some grind ranked or brawls. Every one of those communities should be able to enjoy events without feeling pressured to play in a way that hurts the game. This isn't just about frustration or a few bad games, it's about the long-term health of World of Warships. When players stop caring about the objectives, matches lose meaning. Wins feel hollow, losses feel inevitable, and people start logging off earlier because it's not fun anymore. The irony is that most of these players want to play well. They want to contribute to their team, but the event system keeps pulling them in the opposite direction towards selfish, stat-chasing behavior, and over time, that chips away at the game's identity. This is a naval combat game, not a progress bar simulator. The fun comes from coordination, positioning, and shared victories. If wargaming wants long-term retention, but if they want players to stick around for years, they need to realign events with the core spirit of the game. Reward teamwork, reward effort, reward consistency, not chaos. Because the moment a player says, I don't care if we win, I just need 2 more torpedo hits, that's the moment the system has failed. So that's my take, folks. Event design in World of Warships is overdue for a serious rethink. It's not about removing events, it's about making them healthier for everyone across every mode. Let me know in the comments below. Have you noticed players ignoring the objectives for mission progress? What kind of event formats do you think would make the game more enjoyable? I'd love to hear your stories. Highlight the good, the bad, and the funny ones too. Thanks for watching. I do appreciate it, and please feel free to click on the videos on your screen for more World of Warships content. But as always, take care, stay safe, and I wish you all the best. See you in the next one, and bye for now.